Fiber optic has allowed us to do things that we didn't think was possible. They wanted to get wired internet from this shop to the house, and the only way to do that was through this electrical service line. First thing we needed to do was run the fiber optic into the house and to the location of the router or switch, and in this case it was to the switch. This was a pretty easy run since the basement is unfinished, so all we had to do was just pull the line through here. It's always a good idea to keep any wiring tucked up inside the joist just in case someone decides to finish the basement. Now we will route the line through the basement to where the switch is located. You always want to remember with fiber optic, never let it kink. It's okay to have a little loop like this, you just never want it to actually kink because it could break the fiber. Now on to pulling it through with the service wire. Of course, shut the power off. I tried to pull it through with the ground wire, but it did not work out, so we actually had to pull all the service wire out. I don't know what happened to that video, but we did have to pull every bit of the service wire out. When we did that, we pulled a fish tape through with it, taped all that service wire back onto the fish tape, and added the fiber optic. Notice we twisted the fiber optic all the way around the wire a couple of times. You always want to do that when you have something considerably smaller than the wire you're pulling in. As always, when you're sliding anything into a hole, make sure you have plenty of lube. I mean like half the bottle. As you can tell by the amount of lube we used, it went through pretty easy. The last thing you want to make sure is that there's no kinks on this fiber optic anywhere that it makes corners. There again, it can break, which will damage everything you just did. Follow along for part 2, where I will show you how we made up the fiber optic, and then I'll also show you the ping and the speeds that we ended up with.